Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, you heard it right. We are on the air. It is time for a great show that we have lined up for you. I have a great guest, Miss Carianne. Am I saying it right, Carianne?
Yes.
All right, Miss Carianne Hilliard, who's in the house here today, and such a beautiful smile over there. Such a sweet person, I can just tell already. So I'm looking forward to our interview today. But I wanted to give you guys, as you come into the studio audience, a chance to grab your virtual seats. You already know the routine. Come in, get those seats, grab your mics. How do you grab your mic? You grab your mic by typing, I am here. I am in the studio audience. I have no way of knowing that you're in the studio audience unless you type something and let me know. Hey, I'm here today in the studio audience with you, Kim Jacobs. And then that way I know you're in the virtual audience. Also, go ahead and just tag a friend. Type their name right there in the comment section and say, be a part of this live broadcast. How often do you get to go to a talk show and just walk in? Come on. And y'all know that don't happen. You got to get those tickets in advance. You got a lot of stuff to go through, hoops to jump through. You got to be in the right area at the right time. You're in the right area at the right time, right? Wherever you are in the world. So you have been invited to the Kim Jacobs Show. Carianne. Okay. So what's going to happen right now is you also share the broadcast with your friends. Then that way they can be a part of our discussion today, okay?
Perfect.
All right.
Do it right now.
Else is sharing. I'm going to go ahead and play some music, and only 20 seconds. So let's get ready to rock and roll. All right. I hope you were bobbing your head. You were doing something over there?
Yeah, I like that. That's nice. I love that theme music. Pretty.
Good. Actually, one of our church members, Shayla Faulkner, did that theme song for me. I was like, way to go, Shayla. When I get you live on the stage, girl, you're going to remember these days. You started with Kim Jacobs. Well, actually, too, the elder Pastor Lamont Josie did him and Irie Cole. They did my original song back in the day when I had Daily Balance with Kim Jacobs and I had a live band and everything. They did their thing. They did their thing. So welcome everyone again to the Kim Jacobs Show. And I am excited to have with me today Carianne Hilliard, and she's going to be sharing some things about her visionary work. She is a visionary. She helped adolescents speak out. She's also a single parent, and she's going to be talking to us today about how to overcome some of these single parent obstacles that we all face and how to encourage our teens, our adolescents, our youth today to speak up and speak out. She mainly deals with youth ages 11 to 19 on how to effectively speak out in a positive way and promote the power of self-love. So I'm super excited to have with me today, Miss Carianne Hilliard. I love that name too. That's so regal. Carianne. Hello, Carianne. How are you?
Thank you. I'm actually named after my grandmother's. My father's mother name was Anne, and then my mother's grandmother name was Carrie. And my parents just put it together, and here I am, a blessed child of the Most High.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Because like growing up, I know you're saying that now, but growing up, did you always feel like that?
No, I was like, just call me Carrie. I don't know why they gave me this long name. And then most people would say it's like when you hear my name, and sometimes when you hear me speak, you'll think Carianne, oh, she's of a different color, a different nationality. But no, it's me. I'm here. I've been blessed by the best, and I have a wonderful name. But yeah, growing up, I did not like to say Carianne. It was like, my name is Carrie. Just call me Carrie. That's who I am. Most people will still call me Carrie today. But I love going by my whole name now because I understand where it originated from.
Right.
And the people that have been here on this earth are the ones that have blessed me to be all that I am. So I embrace all of me and all of my entire name.
That's interesting because the same thing with me. I had growing up, I was named after my great grandmother, and I was like, Oh my gosh, people would joke me so bad because my name my mom and them tried to just make it more eloquent, but by putting D in front of but it was at the Vader. So my
Ah,
friends would call me Dark Vader, and well, they were my friends, bullies, I guess. So they definitely
yeah.
were my friends. They would just torture me about the Vader, Dark Vader.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, to this day, I barely like watching this. Was it Star Wars or Beam Me Up, Scotty? I don't
Mm-hmm.
nowhere the way that people that tortured me when I was a child. Don't beat me up nowhere.
That's terrible. That's
I
how kids
know.
are when they're when they're young, because they really don't know any better. And
That's
it's up to us to teach them the right way of that's not how you're supposed to do things. I think about that stuff all the time. Like when I was growing up, how people were just being mean and saying things that they shouldn't say. And it's like, why were they being so mean to me? And at the time, you don't even know that they are being mean. You just think
right.
it's kids being kids, but they're just doing learned behavior. That's
That's
all.
interesting. Learned behavior. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
So take us back to wherever you want to take us on your story to become this person that you are today, to help people that are single parents, that to help people that have adolescents and they just really struggling to speak up. Take us on your journey and tell us where.
Okay, so I'll take you back to the beginning to when some of my troubles started.
Mhm.
And it basically started as a teenager. I remember being 14 years old and just being disobedient to my mom and just trying to run away from all the good teachings that she was trying to establish in me. You know, I come from a Christian household where I'm a preacher's kid. So my
Mhm.
dad's the pastor, my mom's the first lady. I
I
know
know
you can
your mom
relate
and
because
dad. Yes, yes. Hello,
because you're
Pastor
in that.
Hilliard. Shout out to Pastor and Lady Hilliard. Thank you so much for allowing your daughter to be a blessing on the Kim Jacobs show today. Okay.
Yes. So just being disobedient to their teachings and not want to follow what they had set for me because it was lack of understanding, not understanding how important their values that they were instilling in their children were. So as I grew up and we moved from one small town to the big city of Charlotte, that was back at 16.
Right.
And just trying to channel all that energy of how to um, be in a bigger city and learn new people and switch high schools. And it was just a lot that I was dealing with and trying to understand. And then at that age of being an adolescent, kids don't know what's going on. You know,
Mhm.
it's at that puberty stage where you think you know everything, you're smelling yourself, but you really don't know a lot. And sometimes you don't even know you don't know a lot until like 15, 20 years later.
That's
So
right.
that's how I got to where I am today, just by and then when I got 18, I started working for a nonprofit organization, helping changing people's lives. And it's like, okay, it started bringing back some of the things that my parents had instilled in me with those good values and whatnot. So after that journey of being 18 up until now, it was like I learned a lot about myself because I took the time out to see who I am as a person and see what I can offer the world. And I took the time out to understand my gifts
Mhm.
and who that is and what I can do to bring it forth. And
Mhm.
that's what helped me to create the business, Help Adolescents Speak Out, because of all the different things that I went through as a child and just seeing what happened when other people were going through different things too. I
Mhm.
worked in the school system for almost 10 years, and I was that frontline person there to either save the kids from other kids or
Right.
their parents or the school administrators or the teachers or whatnot. So, what was happening is I was getting in trouble for talking more and trying to help people out versus doing my actual job.
Right.
So,
That's interesting.
that was when I realized, hey, I have a gift to speak to others and help them to understand who they're trying to become.
Mhm.
So, once I just set everything aside and just really focused and tuned in to everything that God was telling me to do, that's how I was able to birth Help Adolescents Speak Out.
Okay. My team in the back, they're like, Kim, center yourself. I'm trying to, that's why you see me over here bobbleheading. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to center myself. But that's good.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Because I'm like, I guess I'm too far to one side, but I don't know what I'm doing. it's sent there. Maybe that's sent.
I think you got it.
Okay.
Well, no, you had it.
That's funny. If anytime you're doing this virtual studio audience stuff, it's pretty interesting because I have some team members helping me backstage and they're like talking, I'm listening, talking, typing on Facebook, doing all kind of stuff, trying to make it a good production here. But thank you so much, Shannon and Mackenzie back there. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you yourself, you were actually giving your parents a fit at some point yourself.
Yep.
And
oh yeah.
So when you realize that I've been doing this, giving my own parents a fit, you kind of felt like you could relate to some of the other children that would be in this situation. Now, today, guys, for those that are just tuning in, we have a single mom. She's a single mom. We're going to be talking about how she has overcome being a single mom and some of the obstacles that come with that. We're also talking about how to help adolescents speak up because she has spearheaded that project. So right now we're talking about the adolescent piece and we'll be talking about the single parent piece very shortly. So you were giving your own parents a fit and realized, dog, I kind of feel bad now. I done gave them people a hissy fit over the years. And it was what moment in time that changed your direction in life?
So I guess I would say about 10 years ago. So I started out as when I was going through all those trials and tribulations as a teenager. I think by the time I was 16, I ended up being pregnant, 16 turning 17. Okay. That's when I had got pregnant. I became a mother at such a young age. And it did a 360 because my daughter, when she was born, she was a premature daughter. I had her right at 28 weeks. So that right there, that right there within itself, my life kind of like stopped and took a shift because she was in the hospital for about 2 months. She was born on September the 2nd. She didn't come home until October the 30th, a day right before Halloween. And to me, experiencing that at 17 was a shift within itself. Like you just go through a traumatic experience of having a baby and then the baby may not possibly make it. And that's what's going through my mind on the day that I had her. But she ended up pulling through. And she ended up pulling through and she's here now. And that was like 21 years ago. But I can remember.
You're a mom of a 21-year-old.
Yes. Yeah. I have a grown baby and she's beautiful and she's gorgeous and she's living out her dreams, all because I decided to change up my life. So that's when things had started shifting. When having her at a young age, and then the fact that she was a preemie. When she came home, she had to come home on a heart monitor. So it was a lot of things that I had to learn as being a single parent to basically had to be a nurse, a mom, and still go to school and still do everything else at such a young age.
Let's talk about that for a second. And guys and ladies and people in the studio audience, type your questions, type comments, type I'm here. Let me know that you're in the studio audience so I'll know. And we'll be doing a flash round where you will get a chance to actually ask your questions directly to my guest. And I'll also put this link in here because this link brings you into the studio audience. If you'd like to come in directly and have a face-to-face conversation with a question directly for Carianne, you can use that link that I just popped in the comment section. Let me show that to you as well as StreamYard, and this is the link. You'll be able to come right in. Now, when you come into the studio audience, you're going to be seen. So make sure you know that. Some people think, oh, I'll just come backstage. I'm going to pop you in the screen, so make sure you know that. But Carianne, let's talk for a second with you being young, a teenager, a teen mom is what you became. Where was the father in this situation?
Okay, so at that point, the father, he was there. He was very, very much involved. And it was basically, he tried to take me away from my parents. And because he was an older guy. So trying to channel all those different emotions, I ended up getting with a guy that was 8 years older than me. And it transformed my life as well. Because I was able to.
He was 25?
Yep.
He was 25 trying to get with a 17-year-old, 16-year-old.
Yes. Yep.
And he got with you. And then he
Yeah,
said, you know
yeah.
what? But he said, I got you.
Yep,
Okay, so
yep,
let me
he
ask a
had me.
question right there for a second. What
Uh-huh.
advice would you, because there are a lot of people that's going to be watching and replaying and sharing watch parties later, what advice would you give young people today that think that they're in love? I mean, I'm in love right now. You are
Mm-hmm.
my world. And then you end up becoming a teen mom and
Yep.
ultimately a single parent. What advice would you give those watching?
So, the advice that I give to young people who choose to date older guys, I would say to be careful. Um, the fact that everything that happens to you is not what it seems. It's a lot of different situations that you'll be put in when you do decide to date someone older.
Mhm.
And just to slow down, don't be too grown for your own good, because that's what I was doing. I was being too grown for my own good and not understanding the era of my ways. But um, just being grown and thinking that I can take on the world and take on an adult relationship and it not going the way I planned it.
Don't
Um,
be too grown for your
mhm.
own. I want y'all to type some of these. Your own good is and this is Carianne's quote. Okay, I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
don't be too grown for your own good. Take some time to just think it through. Like if young people would just take more time to just think through their actions and understand that their actions nowadays, thank goodness for the 90s because things were a lot easier. But
Mhm.
nowadays people are dying because of their actions. Like all it takes is 2 seconds. You can get in an argument with the person. Next thing you know, they go into their trunk, their car, and you're not here anymore. So just really take the time out to process what you're doing. You really have to take the time to process what you're doing.
That's so interesting. Okay, so right now, for those that are joining as well, we're talking with single mom Carianne, and whether you're a single mom, a married mom, a working mom, a stay-at-home mom, a mom is a mom. Let's all.
Yeah.
This is my Kim Jacobs philosophy. Okay, a mother is a mother. It does not matter what other additional titles you have associated
Hmm.
with that. You are a superhero. That's what you are, and you are, in my opinion, worthy to be celebrated and honored and revered because you are something super duper special. That's what you are if you're a mom. Okay. Now you dated this older man. He was there for you, trying to take you from your family, but you came
Mm.
kind of to your senses and realized, I don't want to be away from my family just to be with you. Or what happened? Tell us.
Well, no, it didn't really happen like
Oh,
that.
what
I
is
just
that, Carrie? Come on.
it did not happen like that. So I'm a go-getter. I didn't realize until like I'm in my late 30s. So I didn't realize until probably my early 30s that I'm an overachiever. And I didn't know that about myself. And I'm a leader too. So I stuck in there and I hung with it because like growing up, my parents were married. My parents are married what is it? 40 years now, I think
Yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah, I think it's 39 years. It'll be 40 years in April. So, and then growing up in smaller towns, all you see is married couples. You
Mhm.
don't see your surroundings. Your surroundings will show you, and your environments will show you what is acceptable and what is not acceptable.
Right.
So, because of the different places that I've seen and the different places I've been and the different things I've seen, I thought having a relationship, acting like a married couple was okay. And because this guy was older and because he seemed to have it all together, I thought that it was okay for me to do.
Mm.
And looking back at it, I was like, oh wow, that was not okay to do, you know?
Right.
But that's what I did. And do I suggest other people do it nowadays? No, I don't. Choose someone your own age who you have more in common with because that would help you to not grow up as fast.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. That's good advice. I mean, right now you're just sharing some really good nuggets for people that are in the process of becoming a single parent or
Hmm.
dating someone and thinking about having this type of bonding, soul bonding relationship. Because once you've become attached to someone like that, you're attached for the rest of your life, aren't you?
Yep. Forever. Yeah. Especially if you have a child together. Like you're
Right.
attached forever. But the book, so Did we talk about the book yet? I don't think we
We can
talked
talk
about
about
the book.
whatever you want to talk about during this hour.
But all this information is in the book as well. I
What
talk
book?
about,
Tell us. I'm
so
having a hot flash. Sorry.
it's okay. I'm burning up over here too.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Go ahead.
I'm
So what,
burning up
what
over here
book?
too.
Tell us about the book.
So the book is called Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles. And what I've shared with you is probably, I think it's like chapter 2 of the book. It's like the person to change your life. And he was that one person to change my life. And from the beginning, you know, when you're young and you don't understand what's going on with life, but you got all these different things pulling you this way and that way, you just think, oh, okay, this is good. This is something great. And remember, I told you I wasn't listening to my parents at this time, not following their teachings. So something new and something fresh, I'm thinking, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I end up doing that. And I talk about all this stuff in the book. It's all about, I start at birth, what happened from the birth of my child up until her going through high school.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give you all the information that's in the book, because I would love for you to go get the book. And I think it's on my website. I had a pre-release last night, and we just had a group of people to come on into the Zoom call and give you more information and more details about the background story, such as what I just shared now, and then some of the challenges and some of my reasons why.
Good.
Being a single parent is my reason why I am here, to help others and to share with others, hey, this may not be the way for you, because I've been through that and I've overcame that. And it's a better way to do things. So
I love it. I love it. Now the website, is it Help Adolescents Speak Out? That's where you get the book?
No, it's actually on the on CarianneHilliard.com. So I can type that in too.
I have it right here, CarianneHilliard.com, and that's Overcoming
Single Parent Obstacles.
Okay. So that's where you would go to get a copy of Carianne's book, Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles, CarianneHilliard.com. And she's going to tell you everything you want to know from A to Z in that book. And you'll go on the complete journey with her. People are typing to find out at least what happened with the relationship with the father. Now, you cannot keep that for the book. You're on a show. You got to tell us what went down.
Okay, so I will. So that was back in about 2000. I had my daughter in 99. So I was away from my parents for like a whole year. They had no idea where I was. Yeah, it was terrible. It was,
you definitely got to get the book. Now, she done took y'all on a whole roller coaster ride around here.
It was terrible. Yeah. I neglected my family. My family that raised me had my back my whole entire life. And just, it's really the definition of what I can say, the preacher kid going, wow, it went all the way there. Oh. Yep. I turned my back on my family and I just stayed away from them. And during that times I went through so much. You know how you have that karma that comes back to you? I went through so much about learning who I was as becoming an adult. And I spent more time with my daughter than anything. Like I said, I was working for a nonprofit out there. They pretty much took care of me. I stayed with that job for about 8 years. And just being able to go to work and provide for my family, because now I had my new family, my daughter, myself, and her father. That I established my own new family. And it was because I left away from the old one. So it was like me separating myself and trying to become grown. And that was the way that I chose to do it. I don't suggest people doing it that way, but if you do it that way, just know that there is a purpose in it all and you can get through it. So what ended up happening in 2002, he ended up dying and passing away. Yeah. Yep. Another tragedy. He ended up dying and passing away. And that's when I returned home to my family. And my parents, they just welcomed me back in. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like they just welcomed me back in and they showed us love and they always had open arms. So that's why you have to make sure that you're good to your family, because regardless of what you do or what you take them through, they will always be there. And you have to just know and understand that things are going to happen. We're all people. We're all individuals, that we have our own ideas and we have our own things going on within our heart. And that's no reason to turn your back on your family. But you just have to make sure that you say, I'm sorry, thank you, and please help me when you need it. So that's
Wow.
what ended
I'm
up happening with
sorry.
that
I'm
relationship.
sorry. Can somebody type that? I'm sorry. Thank you. And please help me. Those are some key
Mm-hmm.
things to make sure that you say to your family. I'm sorry. Thank
Yep.
you. Please help me. I would like that to be typed.
Yeah.
Let me type that.
Yep.
Oh, you
And
want
that's what I
yeah,
did
here it is. That's it.
with my family. Yep,
Wow.
and they were just there to, and throughout the process of me, like I think I stayed away from my parents for like a whole year solid. And then after that year, we had started coming around and he started developing a relationship with them and turning his life around, and learning who Christ is to him. And we were on track to probably do some great and amazing things, but it's just life just ended shortly.
Mm, mm. Oh wow, this is okay. Now, right, you done did a whole movie on the Kim Jacobs show in less than in less than 20-30 minutes. This is crazy. So definitely, you guys, go grab the book, and you can get that book right at CarianneHilliard.com. Overcoming
Hmm.
Single Parent Obstacles. What are some of the obstacles that you have overcome in your own life, that you've, whether it's in the book or not in the book,
Hmm.
some things that you would say to single parents that have obstacles? What have you noticed are the biggest obstacles that single parents face, in your opinion?
Okay. So some of the biggest obstacles is when an absent parent is not there, thinking that they cannot do it all by themselves. And honestly, that is true. I didn't do it by myself. Like I said, I went back to my parents and my parents were there to help me. What you have to do is you have to build a community, and you have to watch the kind of community that you build, because you need to make sure that the persons or the people that are in your life are going to be respectful to your children, and they're going to respect you as well and your wishes and what you would like done for your children. So you have to build that community. It's very important to build a community. And you can build a community with strangers. You just have to get to know them first before you start introducing them to your children, because you have to be very careful. A lot of people don't care about the kids. They just may care about what they can get out of you. So you have to establish that relationship and that friendship and that community with the people that you do decide to bring into your life. So that's one thing. And then the fact that you have to stay where you are. For years, I think up until my daughter was about back in 2012, I just stayed working low level jobs. And I did that because I didn't have an education. All I had was a high school diploma. And I
Mhm.
forgot to tell you, after I had my daughter, I ended up dropping out of high school my last year because she was a preemie, and
Mm.
because I just thought that was the best thing for me to do.
Mhm.
So once he passed away, I ended up going back to high school. I went to CPCC and got my adult high school diploma. It
Mhm.
only took me 3 months to do. I was so proud of myself. And then I even furthered my education, and I went to ECPI and got a computer network and technology diploma, associate's degree. I went and did that too. And then that job that I had with the nonprofit, I ended up departing from there. They ended up letting me go. And I was so hurt behind that, because the reason they let me go it, it, it didn't have anything to do with me. But what happened, because I went to school and I got my associates in computer networking, I was able to become a store manager of a
Right.
computer store. So it helped me to that to that level, to reach another level. So a lot of times single parents think that they cannot climb the ladder, the corporate ladder or the entrepreneur ladder or whatever ladder it is you want to climb. I know a lot of people is doing beauty and makeup and lashes and
Right.
hair and all the health and care industries and the wellness industries. It's so much going on nowadays that you can do. Um,
That's
but a lot of times we feel like we cannot climb that ladder just because we are a single mom and there's no one there to help. Like, it's people out there to help. It's the Babysitters Club of Charlotte. They're out there to help. It's all kinds of organizations and it's all kinds of things going on Facebook and YouTube that all you have to do is reach out, get to know people, establish a relationship before you say, here's my child. Like, I had an event probably a year ago and some people signed up and they just dropped their kids off. I was like, you're leaving your kid with me? You're not going to stay in it? They're like, no, I trust you. You're good. And I didn't know the person, but I think they knew one of my family members and they heard the different stories of who we are as people. So they was like, oh yeah, my child is going to be fine with them. And I'm like, me as a parent, I didn't drop my daughter off until I established a relationship with people and figured out who they were and what are their goals. Why do they even want to deal with kids? Like,
right.
Yeah, because some people just want to deal with kids so they can hurt them. So
Yeah.
you have to be careful about that.
I agree. I talk about that in my book, Extreme Balance Makeover, and I do a whole section about single parents. And one of the things that I share is I do not agree that kids should start calling somebody Uncle Ray Ray or all of this stuff. That's not your uncle. That's not your uncle, and that's not somebody that you can go be sitting on their laps and doing things that are like father figure things. That's not the case. So please, manage and protect your children, in my opinion, as much as we can. Now, we know that unless the Lord watch, we watch in vain anyway. So we can think we're putting our children in the best possible hands, and that's whether it's a male or a female, because I have put my children, all of them, in the hands of someone that I thought I trusted 100%. But at the end of the day, they did not have my best interest at heart, but I did not know that. I didn't know. So the trust that I had established and really vetted out, so I thought, was not accurate. So thankfully, nothing happened to my children in that relationship that was harmful or detrimental, that's life-threatening or causing them to have to, at the age of 30 or 40, go back and tell a bad story about that particular person. But in even situations where we think we're vetting a person out thoroughly, at the end of the day, we don't know what a person's ulterior motives are in a relationship. And now my children have been exposed to this witchcraft stuff or whatever is going on with this person, and it's very disturbing to know that I would even be in a position to have exposed my children to anything that was beyond what I thought could happen.
Yep, I totally understand that. My daughter has been exposed to some inappropriate stuff because I thought I did learn who people were in our lives, and I realized I didn't know the person, and I should have known. Sometimes we overlook those red flags, and we really have to pay attention to those red flags and those uncles. But what I've also realized is even when you do have your children in that situation, because you can't control another person's actions, you still have to let go of that guilt. A lot of times as single parents, we hold on to that guilt and that shame that causes us to stay where we are too. So that's another thing that you got to watch out for. Okay, yes, I didn't do the right thing from the beginning, but I'm trying to do the right thing now. And you will constantly have to continue to make that up for your child. But there comes a time and a point to where you have to say, enough is enough. I forgive myself. I forgive this person, and I forgive others and move forward.
That's good advice. For those that are just tuning in, we have here Carianne Hilliard. She's a single mom, and she's been talking about her journey as overcoming single parent obstacles. But then she also has a program, Adolescents Speak Out, and she's providing her contact information here for you if you'd like to connect with her. 704-733-0344. You can email her at Carianne, that's Carianne Hilliard cariannehilliard@gmail.com. And her website is cariannehilliard.com, where you can get a copy of her latest book that she just released. And I'm going to take you to that website, and you can tell us a little bit about your website.
The book hasn't been released yet. I'm still in the pre-release stages. I'm working with Lady Grant and Leadership Develop Me. I think that's the name of it.
Yes, yes.
So I'm working with her as well, and she's going to have it being released probably sometime next month. So when you ready to purchase, you can go there, and what it does is if you go ahead and go through the steps for the pre-release, you can go ahead and pre-order the book, and as soon as the book is available, I will make sure that it gets sent to you.
That's awesome. And you can't be working with a better person, because Lady LaWanna Grant is a phenomenal woman that does the Leadership Develop Me program, and she's helping authors become authors like yourself. And this is a copy of the cover of Carianne Hilliard's book, Overcoming Single Parent Obstacles. The pre-release virtual event just happened on October 20th. I think it was last night.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through this process to purchase your copy. And when it is released, you'll get mailed the copy right to your location, which is super exciting. So yes, you're working with a great person. If you guys are looking to become an author and you need some guidance and some direction, I know several people that are just really helping people that I refer to them become authors. So Lady LaWanna Grant, well, you all would say LaWanna Grant, and it's Leadership Develop Me. And that's a program that she would help you create your own book. And you can say the Kim Jacobs Show, Carianne Hilliard, we referred you over to her. Okay. Then I also know a young lady named Kenise Itwaru and Delene Mushalak, and they are also helping people become authors. So different people work with different leadership styles. No matter how you do it, you can't go wrong. And you definitely can't go wrong with LaWanna Grant or with Kenise Itwaru or any of those that are doing that. That's I can endorse.
Yep.
All right. So
absolutely.
This has been some great tips that you've already shared. Let's see. Today's episode sponsor. Definitely, I got to make sure I put that out there too.
Oh yeah, got to put your sponsors out there.
Yeah,
that community
are important. And I'll also put. Let me just go ahead and copy and paste. And while I'm doing this, everybody, let's get prepared for Flash Round. So if you have any questions, comments, just words of encouragement, shout outs, go ahead and start posting those, because Carianne will actually hear that and see those comments, and we'll start getting those things answered for you. So let me go. Let me see. While I'm cutting and pasting this, share another tip. Anything that you want to share, whether it's about the Adolescents Speak Out, whether it's about parenthood, whatever it is that you want to share.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for letting me do a free for all. Woohoo! Okay, so tomorrow night, with Help Adolescents Speak Out, what that is a personal development company for youth. We teach youth ages 11 through 19, and no, I do not have an 11-year-old with a 19-year-old, because too much wrong can go there, and I don't feel comfortable with that, and I know parents don't feel comfortable with that. So we usually break them up in probably about 4 or 5 groups. I usually have like the 11 and 12-year-olds, and the 13 and 14s, 15 and 16s, and then the 16s and 17s, and then the 18 and 19-year-olds together. So what we do is we create a safe space to let youth release those negative thoughts that they're having, and we help them turn it into positive actions. Like the negative things that I was doing as a teenager, I turned that into a positive by being there for my daughter, raising her to the best of my abilities, by working, by continuing to go to school. After I finished up with that computer networking degree, I realized that this was still keeping me at a glass ceiling, and I ended up going for my bachelor's degree, and I got a BS in management, and I'm an MBA student, so I'm working on having a master's in business administration. Yes, so I'm just at to me, I feel like I'm at the beginning stages of where I was supposed to be in life. And I'm grateful that I didn't take what they call the right road to get there. I'm grateful that my road has been different. It's been like a zigzag or a swirl or a twirl, whatever you would call it.
Right.
because I'm able to show others that regardless of the path that you choose, you can still overcome that single parent obstacle. You can overcome any obstacles in life. You just have to have the resilience and be there. But what I want to say about Help Adolescents Speak Out and us creating a safe space for youth is that during the pandemic, we've been in several pandemics. It just
Right.
hasn't been about COVID. It's been about Black Lives Matters and social
Wow.
and racial injustice, and even women's rights. And we got Breast Cancer Awareness Month and domestic violence. We have so many different things going on. So what I'm grateful about the pandemic is that it slowed us down so we can be more in tune with what's really happening and what's really going on. But because of that, our way of speaking out at Help Adolescents was to create a series. And our series that we have going on right now is Promoting Resilience Through Speaking Out. It was an 8-week series to where we discussed a key word that can help shift our mindset. And I think last week we talked about love. And it was so awesome because I allowed some of the parents to jump in. I believe my parents had jumped in on the session last time, which was good because they were able to give some great words of wisdom for our youth and to help them understand what loving their self is and what that really means. And so it happens every Thursday night. Well, it has been for the month of September and then this month, but tomorrow is going to be our last series. So
nice. Okay.
yeah, it's going to be like the graduation day.
Oh, what's the word? Is there a word tomorrow?
I'm not going to tell you our keyword for tomorrow.
Oh, come on.
You got to tune in.
You're trying to hold stuff too tight.
Yes, I have to hold things back.
Oh,
so you can tune in. And I only charge like a $5 session. But if you email me, I will let you in for free. So if you have any kids or if parents, anyone who's like interested in really trying to help change your life, if you would like to jump on tomorrow, just send me an email or subscribe to the Help Adolescents Speak Out page as a send us your email and I'll let you in for free if you would like to come and join in.
So guys, you can email Carianne Hilliard at gmail.com and she will let you into tomorrow's last graduation word. And she's not going to tell you in advance. It's not like you go research the word and come prepared. You just get in there and you learn the word and roll with it.
Yes, exactly. And the words, they've been really easy. So I'll tell you where I took the words from. I don't want to tell you, but I'm going to
because then people will be excited. I agree with you. That people, you can already tell that this woman is full of knowledge and full of wisdom, and she has been through her own personal journeys, and so therefore she truly values making sure that adolescents do have a voice and they are able to be heard and they know how to deal with obstacles that come in their path. So Carianne is offering you, even though she charges generally some fee, but for those watching the show today, she's offering you a free opportunity to be a part of the session tomorrow. What time is the session tomorrow?
It's going to be at 6 p.m. and we do it virtually online. So it's a Zoom session. And when you come in, just make sure you mute your mic because I think I get started on the dot right at 7:05, 7:10. I try to make sure that I'm being thinking about people's time because I realize that our time is very valuable and very important. So 5 minutes in, I'm like, okay, it's time to start. Let's.
That's good. That's really good. That's
yeah. And I'll probably end up changing my times when it comes to my actual start time because some people are just I understand life really happens. So I'll be pushing that with the other series that we will create. And at the Help Adolescents Speak Out page, we have 4 different courses that we go through. One of them is personal development. Another one is strong communication. And then another one is self-sufficiency through entrepreneurship. We teach kids how to start their own business if they're thinking about doing that and changing their ideas into a reality. And then the one that I really love is the power of self-love. That's the longest course. And that just really helps. It's all about yourself, and who you can become as a person.
I love it. Those are outlined on your website?
Yes, they are on the Help Adolescents Speak Out website.
So I'm gonna also go there so you guys can see that. Let me pop that in. This is great.
I like being on your show. It's awesome. I don't have to do any work. You're just over there doing all the work. Usually, when you're on a Zoom call, you have to type and check the chat and all that other stuff. I'm like, this is nice. Thank you.
Oh, well, this is good. So you can just be my guest. That's the point. We want you to feel like a VIP guest. Mackenzie, this is a good time too to pull your phone out to get that caption that you always tell me to get. So I'm going to make sure I get her to do that right after. Let me show her website first, and then I'll get that. Now, let me see here. Let me go to Help Adolescents Speak Out. Here we go. Mm-hmm. You can join the mailing list, which is really nice. You can also go ahead, walk us through.
Okay, so if you click on, you can click on youth services, and that's how you can sign up for some of the services. So we have dates starting, I think, in January, but those dates are going to change a little bit once I get my calendar here together. So those were the courses that I just discussed: the personal development, strong communication, the power of self-love, and self-sufficiency through entrepreneurship. So within each one of these courses, I have something called seminar sessions. And the seminar sessions are like the different classes that are in each course. Okay. Like the personal development course, I think it has about 6 different seminar sessions. And then the power of self-love, I think it has like 7 or 9 different sessions. So this is how you can go and sign up to do one of our courses, or you can sign up for the whole course, or you can just take a class, whatever benefits you the most. If you see this one thing, I just want to do this one thing, and that's it, that's fine. We broke it up into different sections, so it's all about what worked best for you.
That's so awesome. So make sure you all go and visit helpadolescentsspeakout.com, and you'll learn more about all of the services, the different courses that are offered. It's a well put together website with information that will help your adolescents learn how to speak out properly. And then she also shares promoting resilience. How do I get peace? It's all kinds of different Zoom ways for your children to be face-to-face virtually to get the help that they need. So that's incredible. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So one thing that Mackenzie's always like, Kim, make sure you get them to say it as they subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. So let me put that up there and see if where is the subscribe? Yeah, here it is. So I'm gonna put that up there, and I'm gonna give you a chance to say.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I had posted the flyer earlier on my social media and asked people, I'm like, hey, y'all subscribe. Let's help the Kim Jacobs Show. Get our subscribers up. We got to get these subscribers.
Okay, I'm gonna remove myself, and I'm gonna let you. How do I remove myself?
Oh goodness.
Okay, go ahead. You got the whole floor. Tell everybody.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Carianne Hilliard. I'm the visionary of Help Adolescents Speak Out. And today I'm on the Kim Jacobs Show. And I want you all to go to her website right now and subscribe. Go on YouTube and just hit that little subscriber button. You see it's red and it just says subscribe here. Just go ahead and hit that button so you can get great information and hear great guests. Like I'm a guest today, and maybe you can be a guest tomorrow. You just never know by subscribing to this show where it can lead you. So thank you again for having me on the show, and please go and subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that more often instead of me saying this right here is some good stuff. Yeah. Thank you so much for your help, young lady.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, we have fun here on the Kim Jacobs Show. But anyway, make sure you guys go to Help Adolescents Speak Out. Register for the class that's tomorrow evening at 6:00 p.m. You don't want to miss it. She's giving you the opportunity to have your adolescents be a part of that for free tomorrow if you're watching the Kim Jacobs Show. So go start some watch parties and get more people registered for tomorrow's event. Anybody that watched the Kim Jacobs Show can be a part of that. So make sure you know that. And let me also, I did not share my episode sponsor, which I need to do that.
Oh yeah.
Go by. Today's episode is sponsored in part by Start My Trucking Company, which is moving in a box. Listen, if you want to learn everything that you can about the trucking industry from A to Z, this company will teach you how to start your own trucking business plan, how to learn about the different routes, how to have call centers, how to develop international trucking routes. There are over 30 years of experience with the company owner, and the way that you can reach out to them is 214-699 5009. Again, 214-699-5009. And the email is info@startmytruckingcompany.com. Please make sure you let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. All right. So that's today's episode sponsored. If you want to reach out to me directly to be connected with the owner, I'll make sure I provide that in the comment section for you as well. So let's go to some of the studio audience comments and shout outs. Let's see who's on here today. You can type a comment. I put the link in here if you want to come right in and say something head to head to Carianne as well. But you've made some good points. If you're just joining, make sure you go back and watch the replay of this, because she talked about not being too grown for your own good, making sure you take time to process what you're doing. If you are a young person and you're getting in a situation that's going to ultimately make you a single parent, it's a lot of advice that this woman has provided today. Let's see. Oh,
Yep. And that's our main reason for creating Help Adolescents Speak Out too, because so many kids, they're like struggling and they're able to type it, to send us a text message. If they need some help, they can just send us a text. They can call us, whatever they need. They can email us. We have a chat box on our website. You can, hey, if you're in a situation and you need help, you can contact us. We'll be there to help you. We can guide you to the right people to get you out of the situations. We don't have all the resources to do everything ourselves. How we provide our services is by teaching you how to shift your mindset. But we can connect you with the right people to get you the help that you need.
I love it. I love that. Love that. Chantel Patterson says, hello. It's
Hi.
hard being a mama, but it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. I agree with Chantel. It is hard, but it is great.
It is so wonderful. It's the best ever that God could do. I mean, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Sharika says, this is so true. When you were speaking earlier about building a community to help you, she made a comment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That community is very important.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone asked a question backstage, wanted to know who was watching your child while you were working full time?
Okay, so when before her dad died, he was watching her, and then after she was, what was she, 2 going on 3? Yep. So when I moved back in with my parents, like I said, they were there with open arms to help me. My parents were there to help me. My brothers and sisters were there to help me. Just my family. They were there to help me. And my dad, both of my parents are educators. They worked in the school system. Mm-hmm. So my dad helped her to get into preschool at the age of 3. Different relationships that he's built up. That community, having a community is so important. I'm trying to tell you, you will be blessed by a community. But he was able to help her get into preschool. And then I think he helped out with after school at the Y, and he was able to get her into there too. So while I was working full time, they were able to help get her in school and get her registered. I talk about all that in the book, like the importance of choosing a good school and to having that community and just different people in your life that can just be there to help you with your kids. And if you can't trust your parents, please build a community for yourself, because there are some situations to where some people cannot. So it's okay if that is your situation. Just reach out and people will be there to help.
Mm-hmm. Well, I said my mom, but it's your mom says, amen. Like, amen. Baby.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new book, Carianne.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Mama. You know, made her give her high-pitched voice, her endearing voice.
Yeah.
And your mom is so supportive of everyone. So.
Yes, very. Yep. To this day. So supportive.
Says, hi, Pastor. Hi. I'm not a pastor, but hey. Are there workshops available for the youth? You talked about those.
Yes. Yep. We did talk about that. Yep. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Everybody join us on a Zoom. Just send us an email. We'll let you in.
Excellent. Excellent. See, that's the benefit of watching the Kim Jacobs show, y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
I attended some of your presentations and they were very healthy and healing. Thank you so much, Karen.
Mhm. You're welcome. Oh yeah.
And Saraya says,
Amen, Sarah.
oh, your daddy is on here. He said, awesome.
Thanks, Dad.
I just love your family. Thank y'all so much for
Oh yeah.
allowing her to be on the Kim Jacobs show and entrusting her to my care today. Thank you. Thank you. She's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Yes, she is. Yes. Oh, Mother Lofton is on here. She said, awesome
Oh,
presentation. God bless you for all you do for our youth. And you know, she would say, you know, I
thank
love
you.
I,
Yes.
home
Thank you, Mother
open,
Lofton.
right?
She's awesome.
Isn't she? I love her. Okay. And
Yeah.
I go get my
Yeah,
dad.
I remember. So you know we're part of Kojic, and we're growing up in Kojic, I remember going to all the youth events that they used to have, the services, and just being there. And it was so wonderful just to be in those environments sometimes, just to be surrounded by different people. And that's some of the things that I was talking about earlier, those communities and being raised up the right way. And that was one of the things that I really appreciate my parents for, because I can look back and say, oh, I remember being there. And you see some of these great people on TV nowadays, and you're like, oh, I remember being in their youth group, and I remember being in the play and singing in the choir and all that good stuff. So she reminds me of all of that because she's been doing that all my entire life.
Yes, yes. Mother Lofton is a true example and a blessed woman of God.
Mm-hmm.
My mommy is on here. Hey, Mom. She said, good morning,
Yay!
ladies. Very good show. Lots of great information.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, make sure if you're liking these kind of shows that you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs show, as you've already heard Carianne put it so eloquently. Please make sure you take a moment to do that on YouTube. I know you guys comment on Facebook and Periscope and different other platforms, but if you take 1 minute today and just go over to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe, turn on those notifications to all, that really would help get more credibility over in the YouTube channel world. Okay. I really appreciate you. And Mother
Hell
Lofton,
yeah.
you know you could get Mother Lofton, you know you could get everybody to subscribe. All you have to do is send out one of those women department
Yeah.
mass mail. Everybody be like, click, 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 click. We like these things. See, I can like that. Okay, anyway. Mother Hilliard said, this is really great for parents who are homeschooling children during the pandemic. Yeah, what advice do you have for parents that are homeschooling right now and having their adolescents have that voice?
Oh man, I have so many different ideas for homeschool parents, and it's wonderful that they even have the ability and the authority to do homeschooling. But don't forget to let the kids have some off-screen time, because they have the freedom. They can go out here to the nature trails, take a trip to the mall. I know it's so many people that I follow on the Help Adolescents Speak Out. Sometimes I see them going to the pumpkin patches and the strawberry patches, and they're going to the farm. It's all kind of learnings that I know. I had summer camp at my home about in 2018, 2 years ago, and we would go and explore and do all kinds of stuff. Like we was in the front yard just looking at the different creatures, the ants and and the kids, they love this type of stuff. It's like, it for me it's like, oh, I don't like this, but they love it. So I'm like, okay, you love it, I'm gonna act like I love it too.
That's
and get
right.
out there and yeah, you have to do those things when it comes to the young babies, because when you take the time out to show them, although this is different and it's not something you would normally do, but you still have the enthusiasm to show them that they can do it and it's okay. Who knows? They may be the next scientist that discovers how the ozone layer can be better kept because they were out there exploring those different creatures.
That's
so
right.
just continue to get outside of the box and do things outside of the box, outside of the scope of what is in the curriculum of what they're doing, and reach out to us. We can be there to provide some personal development courses for the youth as well.
I love it. And I've noticed that even though my children are, my children are the school ages of 12 and 15, they still like stuff like
Mm-hmm.
to the aquarium.
Yes.
I'm taking them to a pumpkin patch.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it looks
Yep.
like it's a younger activity, to see the joy that's brought onto their face, it's like they still have that childlike
Mm-hmm.
innocence of
Yes.
this. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
It was fun to them. So I agree with you on that. Let's see. Patricia Pickett said, "This is awesome."
Oh, thank you.
And she's awesome too. She's also an author.
Mhm.
So go check out Patricia Pickett's.
Oh, wow.
Patricia Pickett's. Yes, she has a book as well. So you should be on the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely should also come and be a guest on the show too, because her story is phenomenal also. And she has a relatively new release as well. And I'd love to have you on. We love you. Oh, I love you guys. I love you all. Yeah, I like it. She was on a chess club too while in kindergarten. Your mom telling all your accolades. You don't remember that? Let's see.
I think she may be talking about my daughter, honestly.
Oh, okay. We can make it happen. You're doing, oh, what?
Oh, all right.
Mother
Mother Walton. Yes.
Anyway, listen, I'm so glad that you've been on today. And let me let you guys know, we are not even ending right here. We're getting ready to go to the after party. The after party, I'll tell you what that's about. Well, first of all, I'm actually going on my prayer line for 30 minutes with Pastor Jacobs and the prayer team. But at 12:35, we're going to get back on for the after party. And Carianne will have some comments. What you can do is go to patreon.com/The Kim Jacobs Show. It's $12 a month. You get all kinds of after party content that you get to unlock. It's off the chain, y'all. Some of the stuff that they say back at the after party, they never share on the show. So Carianne, for example, she might even tell us that word, because I think somebody might press her. That word for tomorrow.
The word. So honestly, the word is actually on the Health Adolescents Speak Out page. If y'all go sign up, you will see the word.
No, but at the after party, what I'm saying is at the after party, we share some stuff that we don't share on the screen. So
yeah,
if you ever want to support the Kim Jacobs Show, people do it different ways. You can Cash App Kim Jacobs Inc., paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc., and Venmo. We have that now as well at the Kim Jacobs Show. Any amount helps me be able to help my team as well and be able to keep things afloat. But patreon.com/The Kim Jacobs Show gives you after party content. You can just sit there and binge out on all of the content one day if you want. All right, this has been a great show. Let me go back and give your contact information again so people can stay connected with you. I think I put that at the very beginning. Yes, Carianne Hilliard, 704-733-0344 if you're a single parent and you want to get some more advice on how to overcome some of these obstacles you may be facing, reach out to Carianne. If you would like to help your adolescents have a voice, find their voice, have resources to be able to get the help that they need so they're not stuck in a rut as a teen or as a young person, guess what? Carianne can help you. Carianne Hilliard at gmail.com, or you can go to CarianneHilliard.com. Right. Close us out, Carianne. Any final comments?
I just want to say thank you for having me on your show, and just to say to all the single parents out there that I want you to continue to be great, continue to know and understand that you are a great person just the way you are. And if you need some help, reach out to us. We're here to help you. Get a copy of the book when it's within the next few months, and I'll send it to you, or reach out to us if you need help with your kids. We're here. I know a lot of different people that can help and get us to move forward together. So thank you, and keep being great.
There you have it. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. is Redemption of the Black Man series, continued part 4. My brothers Yvonne Jackson and Courtney Jacobs and a whole panel of African-American men come on and hash out some topics, coming up with some solutions so that we can be able to have solutions on how to redeem the Black man. So that's tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. And then on Friday is what? Freestyle Friday. So go ahead and type your comments, send your inbox messages, pop them in the comment section. Let us know what you want to talk about. We have Joe Duncan from JDTV. He's my new celebrity like update guy. Excuse me. So he'll provide all of the celebrity updates and latest trending information about celebs. And then I also have Sean Hall, who is my politics and education expert. And y'all know Sean, she go in about them politics. She don't be playing. I'm like, I gotta type, the views do not express. She don't be playing. She's like, I don't care what nobody think this was going down with politics. And then her education, she'll be sharing that as well on Friday, Freestyle Friday. So that's going to be the lineup for the rest of this week. I'm so glad that you guys are part of the Kim Jacobs studio audience. It makes a big difference, and having you be a part makes all the difference in the world in the show. Carianne, thank you for being my guest today. You are amazing.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh my G. That's awesome. Okay. Everybody have a great, your mom's still typing. I can't like, I know you didn't click off that thing without seeing my last comment. Let me see what she said. Thank you for helping the youth and many adults today, Carianne. I love you.
Oh, love you too. You're welcome.
We're going to go to the after party, everybody. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't put the Quest Church prayer line. Wait a minute. I got to do that.
Oh, yeah. You got to do that. People need prayer.
Where's my Quest Church prayer line thing, everybody? Oh, my gosh. Okay. I'm missing the prayer myself. Let me get here. Somebody type my Quest Church prayer line. Wait a minute. Was there, you know how when you're on a show though, Carianne, there's like that last thing that you say, dog, I really, really wanted to make this last point and I didn't get to make it. I'm kind of kicking myself. What do you want to say right quick while I find that? While we get, oh, here, they got it. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. Does it say anything? Okay, so like I said, more about the pre-release. Like I thought I said everything I need to say, but yes, we are get ready for prayer. Pastor Jacobs is get ready to lead us in prayer. I know he's already started. There's the line right there. You see the prayer line and the access code. They're on there every day, Monday through Friday from 12 to 12:30. Make sure you give them a call and listen in. You just never know how prayer will change your life and really help you to uncover the guilt and the shame and forgive yourself for everything. So make sure after you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show that you listen in and get in on that prayer line, because you never know what prayer can do to change your life.
There you go, everybody. Have a great day.